Now, with the update to the game, where after 20 consecutive kills of the same enemy, you can now get the logbooks, as you can see here. The normal I now have because I killed 20 of them. My video on the the rarest logbooks is now kind of outdated, but the main point still stands. On pure chance, the health cultist is still the hardest enemy to get. However, there are enemies that are, I would say, they're quite hard to get their logbooks, or quite tedious at the very least. So firstly, a mention of this, because I probably will forget to mention this otherwise, you can actually get the dummy boss logbook in tutorial mode. The only problem is, yeah, you have to do it like kind of 20 times because I mean, it's quite rare to get in the first place. It's still like a 0.3% chance of getting it, so you will have to grind out this game mode a lot of times. Annoyingly, you can't actually timescale this as well, so you will have to sit here and just grind out this game mode over and over again. It's annoying, I know. Also, while you grind this out, you don't actually get any rewards, nor do you get any of the Game Pass rewards from the event. So, yeah, it's not the hardest, but it is quite tedious, and you're getting very, very little benefit from it, other than you get the logbook, which you can spawn into the game mode, sandbox mode. And like, yeah, if you don't have the normal, nor the slow, nor the speedy, you can get it here too. The hidden ones, I don't think you can get because you can't kill them. No, actually, I think the hidden ones then spawn afterwards, so you probably can get it. But because you don't kill the ones that leak past, I don't think you can get that one. Developers, why did you have to disable timescale tickets on tutorial mode? It makes things so much easier. 20 times to beat tutorial mode. And like, it's pretty much guaranteed you have to beat tutorial mode 20 times because of the things I mentioned before. Now, like for the Void Reaver, you might get lucky and you get that first try, but you're very, very, very unlikely to get the dummy boss first time. Ooh, what's this? This slow. Yeah, I've killed 20 slows now. Very cool. So yeah, these hiddens, you can't kill them. So no logbook drops for them. Also, I just noticed that this map has an error in its rendering. Look, it's got a gap here. Something I've also forgot to mention is the speedies here. They have 3 health. So technically speaking, those are the rarest per chance because all other enemies have 4 health. But in this game mode, well, in this, it's not a game mode really, it's just a tutorial. In this specific game mode, yeah, the speedies have the lowest chance out of any enemy in the game, just by pure chance. Though you just need to kill 20 of them, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, if you want to get the dummy boss logbook, you're going to have to grind this game over and over again. And you will probably have to hit the 20 times because the chances of it dropping is like so low. So each match is about 5 minutes, so you have to do this 20 times. So you're going to spend 100 minutes on this game mode. So if you want to be grinding for 1.5 hours for the dummy boss, go ahead. Now, I mean, like, yeah, the bosses are also quite tedious to get. Like, for the Gravedigger, for example, you're going to have to grind the game over and over again. But, at least in the case for some of the bosses, like, for example, the Void Reaver, at least there is a chance, a very, very small chance, that they drop it before the 20 wave limit is hit, or the 20 consecutive kills. I mean, yeah, it's unlikely, like 5%, still quite unlikely, but it is possible. Meanwhile, for something like the Gravedigger, yeah, you're more than likely than not going to have to grind this out 20 times because its percentage isn't the full 5%. Another enemy that you might have to wait out for the entire 20 games that you have to do is the Molten Boss. Like I said previously, the Molten Boss doesn't appear in Molten mode anymore. That's the Molten Warlord. And because the Molten Boss doesn't hit the 100,000 health that is guaranteed a 5% chance, it therefore means that more likely than not, you'll have to grind out hardcore mode 20 times. I mean, like, yeah, again, sure, Void Reaver might have to do that 20 times as well. But at least there's a 5% chance, which means you may get it beforehand. And for something like the Health Cultist with its 0.81% chance, yeah, you will have to beat hardcore mode 20 times before you can get this. So, good luck. No, you don't have to beat hardcore mode 20 times. You can beat it up until wave 45. After that, you can kill yourself. But after that, yeah. Fallen Swordmaster, again, there's like 5% chance you might get it before the 20 kill thing. The Unknowns and the Vindicators, more than one of them appear per hardcore mode, so that doesn't count. And so it's easier to get technically than Health Cultists, even though getting to wave 49 is harder technically, but no. Same for the Warden. I think the Warden's like, it's rare in the first place, so it barely appears, so it might be harder to grind than the Vindicator or the Unknown. What else? The Fallen Soul, I guess, is also hard because it's dependent on the Fallen Reaper spawning it in, but you can just like let the Fallen Reaper spawn it over and over again, and after 20 spawns of the Fallen Soul, it's guaranteed to drop, and it can accumulate quite a lot if you use like Wreck Battlefield, so that's not too hard anymore. The Necrotic Skeleton isn't that hard anymore, since the Fallen King spawns 10 of them at the same time, so you just need to wait for the Fallen King to spawn 10 of them. I do believe that because it's per kill, it's confirmed kill and consecutive kill, you would need to kill it first, not other people. So other people may be fighting for you to kill the Necrotic Skeleton. Just saying. As mentioned previously, the Awakened Fallen King cannot be gotten. It's just Fallen King Remontada. I mean, I guess the Fallen Skeleton is also quite hard to get, but again, it's actually easier than the Necrotic Skeleton because the Fallen Necromancer appears earlier. I mean, I guess the mystery is also quite tedious to get because it only appears in maps without enemies beta in hardcore mode, but I would assume that it's still quite somewhat easy to get. Just use Wreck Battlefield to grind it over and over again. Let's see, Fallen King, that's the same as like the other bosses, so, and like the Molten Warlord, so it doesn't really count. As for the Patient Zero, just beat it on intermediate mode to get the greatest chance of getting it. If you beat on casual mode, you're going to wait until the 20 limit is hit, so don't do that. The Nuclear Monster is quite hard to get because you have to beat Polluted Wastelands over and over again, but again, 5% chance of getting it. Oh, and the mysteries and the mystery bosses appear, so the mystery bosses, I mean, with 20 of them spawn in Polluted Wastelands, you probably would easily get it, so I don't think it counts. Badlands, again, Gunslinger, quite hard to get. Cavalry, I think it's 3 appear, so you would have to grind that out a few times. Pizza Party, again, What's the Fox, hard to get. As mentioned previously, Dummy Boss, yeah. As for the Frost Invasion event, after the Frost Invasion ends, these will be quite hard to get, obviously. The Ice Beacon is going to be one of the hard ones to get, because you have to wait until the Frost Spirit does its thing. But you will, at least it's guaranteed after 20 times, and 3 do appear per attack, so that's easy. Frost Spirit, yeah, you have to beat that 20 times, although there's a chance again, 5% chance. Oh, and also, just to mention, any kills before this update does not count. But what I think are the hardest enemies to get the logbook for are the Dark Necromancer and the Summoner Boss. Now, unlike other enemies, they do not have a modern version that they appear in. So, like, for example, the Fallen King Legacy, like, yeah, that only appears in hardcore mode, but if you get the regular Fallen King in the current Fallen mode, you'll get the Legacy Fallen King in hardcore mode as well, so you can spawn that in. So, technically, it's not too hard to get the Legacy Fallen King. But the Summoner Boss and the Dark Necromancer do not have an equivalent, a modern equivalent, that you can beat. And they only appear in 2 challenges. And you have to be very lucky at what those 2 challenges are. And currently, luckily for most people, the Juggernaut is one of those challenges. The other one is the Legion challenge. After, like, if you get something like Back to Basics, they do not appear. And the only reason why it's these challenges is because they have a map that doesn't replace these things with enemies beta. So for Juggernaut first, the latest map is actually quite lucky. It's Gilded Path. It doesn't have enemies beta, so you can get it on Gilded Path. The other maps, Dead Ahead, Lay-By, and Mason Arch, they have the enemies beta modifier. So it is impossible to get the Dark Necromancer nor the Summoner Boss from these maps. So, just by chance, this week, and probably by this time when this video comes out, you probably can't get it anymore, but you can get the Dark Necromancer and the Summoner Boss. As for the Legion challenge, I think the only one is Infernal Abyss. No, Infernal Abyss has enemies beta. Is it Winter Stronghold? No, it's not that one either. It is... okay, so Menton has informed me that actually Legion can't get anymore because the map that was used, Candy Valley, that's been removed. You can't actually get it in this game mode anymore. Yeah, a shadow update video coming out, so yeah. Oh, and Menton has informed me that in Oops All Slime, the Candy Valley, Gilded Path, and Black Spots Exchange can also spawn in these enemies. So yeah, if you want to get a rare, very, very rare logbook, get grinding ASAP once the maps appears, because if you get stuck with any other challenge map or any other challenge modifier, then oh well, yikes. So if you have any of these 2 logbooks, then good luck. I mean, good on you. Congratulations. So to calculate the odds, that means that the challenge maps, or the chance of getting a Dark Necromancer or Summoner Boss per week, is 2 out of 7. So the odds are really reduced then. And then for Oops All Slime, it is a 75% chance because the only map that has enemies beta is Infernal Abyss. And as for Juggernaut, it is only a 1/4 chance. So you have about 28% chance of getting it in a week. So, and that's if you grind it out. I mean, the Dark Necromancer, that's not going to be too hard. But for the Summoner Boss, yeah, that's going to be quite difficult. So yeah, good luck grinding out that